Hello everybody, it's Sarah from EarthWise Healthcare again, and today I just wanted to put out a short video on energy. How can anybody improve their energy and pretty quickly? Because in my experience in my clinic, I am seeing so many people that are walking around with really poor energy, really low energy, and not knowing what on earth to do it. So in this video presentation, what I wanted to do is just impart 5 very simple changes that you can make to your diet and some supplements that you can add into your diet that will almost overnight start to improve your energy if you're one of those people that is not as vitally energetic as you think you can be. So more specifically, energy is about vitality, and that word vital comes from the Latin word life. So energy is really our life force. It's much more than just physically feeling energetic. It's about mental clarity and alertness. It's about hormonal balance and mood swings. And it's about having an excess of energy that allows you to do creative and joyful things in your life that then actually make life not just all about working, sleeping, eating. So it's always important, I think, to understand the underlying reasons or ways which energy is produced in our bodies so that we can comprehend how we can make these changes. The organs that are our engines that really facilitate the engines in our body, the energy in our body, are called vital organs for a very good reason. So these are the ways in which energy is made basically in our bodies. We have our heart that is incredibly important because it pumps oxygen and nutrients around our body. If that's not working properly, we feel cold, we'll feel sluggish, and we'll also feel quite foggy in the head. The next one is our lungs. Our lungs are so important for taking in oxygen into our bodies and getting rid of waste gases. And of course, shallow breathing or poor air that we breathe can really constitute too low oxygen through our lungs. You know, for those of us who are actually sitting in offices working for 8-9 hour days, you know, you're not getting great oxygen into your lungs through the office air conditioning that we put up with. Then thirdly, we've got our liver, which is a very important organ. Everything we eat, everything we drink that will be converted into energy is done by the liver. And everything that we don't want in our bodies as a byproduct is detoxified by the liver. Then fourth, we have our kidneys. They maintain a very delicate balance of fluid in our bodies, and they also get rid of waste product. And of course, if our kidneys are not working properly, then we become dehydrated, we get kidney or bladder problems, and we can retain a lot of fluid. Fifth is our gut environment, because the little cells that make up the gut environment increase the absorption by 1,000-fold. The surface area of the absorption for our nutrients to pass through from when we eat our food into the bloodstream. And because it's thousands and thousands of little villi cells, folds, it's very important that we increase this absorption area so that we've got maximum absorption of nutrients going in. But these big structures, which are the engines that produce our energy, if you break them down, they comprise of thousands of little cells themselves. And this is where it gets really interesting, because in each cell are the spark plugs of our very being. And these are little powerhouses, little engines called mitochondria. So every little bit of oxygen or every nutrient that is delivered to our cells, it's up to these tiny little guys, the mitochondria, to convert all of this into ATP, which is our energy source. They are very sensitive to changes, and this is where the dietary advice and the nutritional advice and the supplement advice is going to come in, that you can perhaps employ these tiny changes and see if it makes a difference with your energy levels. They are very reliant on certain nutrients, the first one being B12. Now, B12 is readily available in meat. It's also found in eggs, it's found in wild fish, it's found in nutritional yeast products, but it's a very essential ingredient for the mitochondria. It's a very poorly absorbed supplement. You have to take it in a liquid form, and you have to take it over a long period of time in small quantities for it to actually make as much difference as eating the red meat would do, for example. The next one is iron. Iron, again, found in red meat. It's also found in lentils, in spinaches, and in black strap molasses. And our iron levels are so vital as well, because both B12 and iron create more red blood cells in our body. And our red blood cells are our oxygen carrying transporter system. So the less red blood cells we have, the less we can carry that oxygen to those little cells so that the mitochondria can make energy, ATP, from them. Iron, again, is a very poorly absorbed supplement because it tends to constipate people. So again, if you are a vegetarian or a vegan and you want to get an iron supplement in you, you have to go for the liquid iron supplements, Spartone, Floridix, two very good examples there, to help you, because they're pre-digested and they tend then to be better on our systems. But the ones that you get in the chemists and stuff like that are just not going to do any good. They will constipate you. So we've got B12, we've got iron. Another critical ingredient for the mitochondria is magnesium. Now, magnesium is so depleted in our soils at the moment that 99% of us have magnesium deficiencies. It's meant to be found in leafy green vegetables. It's hardly traceable in them now. It can also be found in other things, but one of the best ways of getting magnesium into our bodies is 2 cups of organic Epsom salts in our bath 2 or 3 times a week, and that magnesium from that will absorb into our bodies via our skin. If you're going to take magnesium as a supplement, and it is readily available, you have to take at least 400 milligrams for it to be effective at all. And those are ways definitely that you can include supplements in your diet to help. Then we've got essential fatty acids, very, very important for the mitochondrial function, and that is omega-3, 6, 7, and 9. Obviously, these come in supplements, but they are found in oily fish, they're found in flaxseed, they're found in nuts and seeds and other things like that. Olive oils, flaxseed oils, hemp oils are really, really important for the body. But there is a really fantastic supplement, and it's called Udo's oil, which, having 1 tablespoon of that a day, just either mixed in cereal or salad dressings, not to be cooked with, is a really good way of getting a really nice ratioed balance of those essential oils. And then lastly, there's something called coenzyme Q10, which people have heard of probably as a supplement. But it's not the supplement that gives you energy, it's the supplement that actually gives the mitochondria the nutrients that it needs to function properly. Coenzyme Q10 is available in stuff like liver, mackerel and sardines, so not very good for vegetarians and vegans. So vegetarians and vegans probably have a lack of B12, of iron, coenzyme Q10, and then we all have a lack of magnesium pretty much. So it really is important to look after those nutrients. The general ways that we can help with our heart, our lungs, our liver, of course, involve things like exercise, keeping the blood flow going, breathing in lots of fresh air, gentle detoxes, and hydration is very important, obviously, for the kidneys. The glands also can play an important part in our hormone production, which also actually can augment our health. Number 1, of course, the thyroid gland, which produces if it doesn't produce what it's meant to be producing, which is thyroxine, our metabolisms can become sluggish, and that can very often be connected to poor liver health, or not eating iodine-rich foods, which are bladderwrack, sea vegetables, kelp, and also if we're low in selenium, which can be found in Brazil nuts, our thyroids can also not function very well. The second organ, of course, that is massively responsible for hormones is the liver. It produces almost all the other hormones in our body, and if that's clogged up or fatigued and not working properly, then of course it won't be metabolizing those hormones at all well. We've then got our adrenal glands, which produce adrenaline, and of course I did a talk on specifically on adrenal health, because wired and tired come very, very closely together. And so the adrenals have a massive impact on our energy levels. We'll feel extremely tired throughout the day, but then we'll start to feel really wired at night. And then that, of course, can have a knock-on effect and really affect our healthy sleep rhythms throughout the day. So adaptogenic herbs such as rhodiola, astragalus, ashwagandha, the mushroom extracts are very, very good for the adrenal balance, but particularly vitamin C, 1000 milligrams twice a day, magnesium, 400 milligrams per day, also essential nutrients for the adrenal glands. So then we've got all of that sort of hopefully working together to give you the nutrients, the basic nutrients to help A, the mitochondria and the cells from making more energy, and B, keeping that hormonal balance there. The pancreas as well, one other organ I should mention, is very responsible for taking the glucose out of our food and converting that to glycogen for energy. The problem, of course, is that we've got sugar-laden diets, preservative-filled diets, and all of our starches are white starchy food, and that's what tends to clog the pancreas up, so it cannot produce the insulin to actually extract the glucose at reasonable levels to produce the glycogen. So really pancreas health is dependent on cutting out all sugary products from our diet, keeping a nice balance of eating at regular intervals, and lastly it's very dependent on the mineral chromium. And a lot of people that have diabetic problems have been found to be deficient in chromium. So that's another supplement, 25 micrograms per day, that we could add in that could also help. So guys, any comments? Really, really received gratefully, and I hope this information, any of it, is a little bit useful, because if you can just tweak those slight things and make a difference to your energy levels, it's going to have a significant impact not only on your physical energy, but your mental clarity, your mental focus, your mood, and also then allow you the extra energy to enjoy the things like that you like doing, to be creative in life and bring you joy. So it's really important. If you like anything, if you find anything in this video at all useful, please do subscribe, because it just enables me to keep putting these informative videos out, which I hope will help people. So that's it for today, leaving you with all of these thoughts and hoping that it finds you happy and healthy. Bye for now.